this is our first attempt at Mondays with Mike. We're not really sure what the show's going to turn out to be, but let's give it a wing. Cool. So, what's going on in the science world? That is a beautiful question, isn't it? I think so. I don't know. I probably know a fraction of what's going on, but one cool little thing I did read recently was that Google, the big, cool, fancy company out there in San Fran, what are they up to? They're making a new CAPTCHA device. So when you're logging into some secure website, instead of having to deal with the whole guess this word as 1,000 letters fly through, it's a new device where it's going to be like, hey, press here. And a robot's not going to be able to tell where to press. It's just going to be like, let me randomly click all over the page. Okay, so let's see. Now it's time for the Palindrome update. Awesome. Now let's see, what has been going on in Palindrome Robotics recently? Starting a raffle, trying to give away some iPads, cool stuff like that, hoping to fundraise a little bit. Maybe down the line, in a few weeks from now, you'll hear that we were successful. Maybe not. I mean, anything can happen, who knows? Cold. It is cold. It is cold out right now.
The jet engine that we have.
Yes, recently in Palindrome we have bought essentially a jet engine for our heater, for our storage space. If you're not really expecting it, all of a sudden you might just see flames flying at you. It's okay, we kind of have it marked off, some safety there, FRC and such. What else has been going on in Palindrome? We're broke, right? Come on, FRC team, you gotta be broke, right? How else are you supposed to win? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the less money you spend on a robot, the better it's gonna do. If not, that's what I keep telling myself to sleep when I cry myself to sleep at night. Whatever. We'll see how the season goes. Stay tuned for more updates. I don't know. There we go. Hey, awesome. Now it's time for our random rant of the week. This week's random rant is going to be on the NASA grant. It's, NASA, great organization, obviously have done wonders for the world. They're great in the FRC community for certain things. They want you to fill out this beautiful application to be able to get some money from them, and they really stay true to their deadlines. They want you in by a certain time. But if you're NASA, you get to take as long as you want to get the information back out to you, Like, FRC teams, we need your applications by October 1st, but we'll have them back to you on October 20th. So. Exactly, they don't give a clear date. I mean, they give a clear date, they just don't respect it in any way, shape, or form. They're like, I realize that we won't accept your grant afterwards, but you guys really don't need the money, right? Like I told you earlier, we're broke. We need the money. We needed the money so... we need the money times 7. If we could steal 7 other teams' money, we might have enough to pay the rent. I don't know. Who knows? But other than the NASA grant, where obligations for timelines don't matter clearly, another big thing that's going on right now is the game hint. And it's kind of funny because there hasn't actually been an official game hint yet. Everybody's just kind of speculating as to what this year could be. A lot of people, they're assuming it won't be a shooter-type game. Why? Because they assume they know everything? I don't know. They don't like the fact that there's been 3 of them in a row. I don't make the games. Don't complain to me about it, I don't have anything to do with this. So far, some of my best have been the analysis of the game hints. I read one on Chief Delphi where it went along to say something along the lines of, if you take the past 4-year game hints, you roll them all into one, what do you get? Absolutely nothing, because the game hint is pretty much worthless in the long run. Last year's, it literally told you nothing about what the future game would be. There was absolutely no indication that you were going to need to cooperate with other teams. There was going to be a giant yoga ball being launched around at people's faces. Yes, I've been hit in the face by one of those balls. It's not a fun time. There was no indication that there was going to be a giant truss. Nothing at all. The game hint, completely useless to you. So everybody waiting for the game hint, I say kudos to you if you want to try and figure it out. I also say if you somehow get any type of advantage from it, you are my hero. Because quite frankly, it is probably one of the most worthless pieces of information that you're going to get. But you'll all think about it until kickoff. And then after kickoff, a lot of people are going to be like, well, I clearly see how that applied there, the word aerial, if you mix it around 7 times, might somehow turn into an airplane. I don't know, you know. There's so far the only one I've seen was a watery picture. People are like, oh my god, it's going to be aquatic, because I trust high schoolers to build things that are airtight. I don't trust myself to build one. I'm not in high school, and I don't trust myself to build something airtight. I wouldn't go join UD's team to be submarine stuff. No! It's a terrible idea. And what high school is going to elect to be like, yeah, you know what, well, thousands of gallons of water, yeah, just throw that in our gym. I'm sure that couldn't possibly go wrong. Never going to spring a leak. Nothing will go wrong with that. Yeah, no lawsuits there. Oh, your bot shorted out and electrified everyone near the field? Come on, people, let's get real. Maybe a moon surface, that sounds like a great idea. Get some slick wheels in there, something fun. Maybe we're bringing back the bump. Heyo, you know, try taking a bump on with mecanums. It's possible. I've been there. I've seen it. It's kind of scary, but it's possible. Just for all the other teams thinking like, oh no, there was a bump this year. How do we handle it? Mecanums. Definitely the way to go. Not the way to go. It's scary. It is scary. Alright, so what else do we got? Looks like we might also have a clip of the week.
There's no problem. I don't want to touch it. The only thing we're replacing is that. I can't say there's no problem.
Keep going, keep going.
No, that's not true. It worked.
No, do the thing you were doing before with it.
Oh, you know what great?
It works every time. That's all that matters. We might have He's like taking that thing.
Okay, so what did we learn from this week's clip of the week?
Email that to the email address.
What did we learn? I think what we probably learned is don't give freshmen PVC pipes. That's what I learned so far. Clearly, Surrey, who was in the later part of that clip doing that to the PVC pipe, thinks he's now going to be an artist. I don't know. To me, not the classical kind of music I listen to, but if you're into that, good for you. Bailey, he is always one to keep us alive here, isn't he? Again, yeah, I would highly suggest keeping all of your freshmen away from PVC pipes. Darwin's a pretty important guy. I would say so. Enough to give people awards in his name. I'd give it a Darwin Award each week if I could. Talking about Darwin Awards, I think we're probably going to give Bailey the Darwin Award for this week because he was, let's call it smart enough, to have a giant PVC tube up to his mouth and let one of his fellow teammates pound on the other end. Does anyone else see the irony? Hey, let me put something up to break some of my teeth out. Like, no, that's not a good idea. You got to keep your freshmen under wraps, guys. Is what it comes down to. All right, you can't take an eye off them. I thought we had another clip of the week there for a second. You know, we got almost a secondary Darwin Award that might happen next week if we can get a video of Surrey who's about to fall down the stairs right now. Because who sits on the stairs? Apparently more than just freshmen. More than just freshmen. I guess the last thing we would want to talk about is make sure you tune in next week when we're going to have a live broadcast of our raffle drawing. Hopefully by that time we will have made some money. As I talked about earlier, we are extremely broke. If you're feeling it, feel free to go to this website up here and make a donation, and we'll get on that. And feel free to send us some of your monies. We would gladly do it so that we can help spread FIRST and STEM and everything else that it's about. See you next week.